What you do outside of the studio is more important than what you do inside of the studio. Let me explain. When you're not creating art, you are creating yourself. You are creating your self-image. You are basically creating your internal state. Now, you could argue that is art. Yes, on an ultimate level it is. But when I say art, I'm referring to what you do in the studio, right? Your music, your painting, whatever it is that you do. When you're not in the studio, you are essentially creating yourself. Depending on your actions, your state can either be expansive, high vibrational, amazing, or it can be contractive and lower. And you feel all those little critters coming out to play in your mind. What you do outside of the studio is more important than what you do within, because you bring then that energy into your creations and into your process and into your studio. So when you get writer's block or when you feel completely uninspired, it's because probably you did fuck all before you went into your studio session. You didn't give yourself any fuel. How can you expect to have a fire to inspire when you didn't fuel the flame? Bars. How? How can you expect that? Right? So what can you do? What can you do? I'm gonna give you some really, really basic tips. Anyone can implement these into their life. Cool, of course. Exercise, move your body, get the blood flowing, get a sweat on, get the blood pumping. Okay, that's number one. Number two, meditate. Meditate, go within. Breathe. Because at the end of the day, your nervous system is what allows you to process all the information in your environment. And if your nervous system is dysregulated, you might not be able to catch all the beautiful chunks of inspiration that reside in life all around you. So when your nervous system is calm, ready to receive, you will receive these divine downloads of information and receive all the inspiration required for you to make beautiful art. So meditate is number two. Number three, go talk to people, socialize. Socializing, although a lot of artists have this, I'm an introvert, I don't like to talk to people kind of trope, you know? You should fucking talk to some people because, bro, you're a human at the end of the day. Yeah? We are still social beings. It's true. Yeah. Talking to people is going to help broaden your horizons, interact with different energies, and you can then take that into the studio. And you talk to some guy at the gym about some cool idea. You both were just going back and forth, and then you're like, that's an interesting idea. That could lead to that. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, you're creating some kind of cool, fresh art. Like, bro, it's all about experiencing new things, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. That's one of the biggest ones, right? And those three things I just listed are ways in which you can do that. Those three things, working out, meditation, and socializing, are definitely three ways that most people and artists can use to get out of their comfort zone. Because if you're in your comfort zone, you're going to be making music and art that reflects that state. And music and art that reflects that state, I'm gonna just not lie to you, bro. I'm gonna just not lie to you. That shit boring. That shit was flat and whack. You want to make shit that's fresh. Now, of course, not every single thing you make has to be this grand masterpiece like never heard before. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's not what I'm saying. But for your own sake, though, for your own sake, you want to make something fresh that you want to hear, right? Right? You don't want to make something that you've heard a million times before. No one does. It's boring. So how do you get to do that? You live a new version of life by getting out of your comfort zone, by experiencing new things. I really hope you understand that. It is really that simple. Now, am I saying it's easy? No, not necessarily. It's not necessarily easy to do it, but it really is simple. It's those three main things that you have to implement into your life, and you will see massive changes in your art and what you do within the studio. What you do outside of the studio, I'm going to repeat it, is more important than what you do within the studio when it comes to the quality of your art. That's it. That's it.